I have a quick question for you. I'm wondering if there are any places in your business right now where you are efforting really, really hard to get something done. If there is a goal that you're trying to reach or a vision that you're trying to bring into the world and it matters to you, you really want and maybe even need this thing to be true. But the force with which you are trying to bring it to fruition is slowly destroying you on the inside. And there might even be this little voice that says, hey, it doesn't have to be this hard. You shouldn't be efforting. You shouldn't be forcing. You shouldn't be feeling like you're swimming against the current. But because we all live and have been raised inside of this capitalist economy, we don't know any other way to do it. We think that we are solely and singularly responsible for bringing our dreams to life. I feel this struggle in my businesses all the time. I can think of 2 projects in particular right now where I am pushing and forcing even though intuitively I know better. I know that what I actually need is to be patient. But patience as a business owner is a really hard skill to master. This past week, I came outside and received some incredible wisdom from this gorgeous Japanese maple tree that I am so excited to share with you today. But before I do, if we've never met before, I would love to say hello. I am Megan Meganson, and you're watching Let's Go Outside, a video series for entrepreneurs where we close our computers, step into the natural world, and learn from the nature all around us. And today's wisdom comes directly from this gorgeous specimen of a Japanese maple tree. Here's what happened. A week ago, this tree had absolutely no leaves. She was, as my mom would say, naked as a jaybird, this tree. She still looked deep in winter hibernation. Kind of scraggly, if I'm being totally honest. And then, within 48 hours, this happened. She went from naked as a jaybird to fully fleshed out and gorgeous in 48 hours. And I knew I had to come have a conversation with her to learn more about what she knew that I didn't. The message that I received as I was sitting with this tree spoke to me on such a deep level. And the message is that there's only so much we can do to bring our visions forward, to reach our goals. Most of what is needed is actually outside of our control. It exists in the unseen world. And that, yes, while there are actions that we need to take to move our visions and our goals forward, what patience allows us to do is to wait until the conditions are right for growth and expansion. And that's what happened for this tree. We had 2 days of 85-degree weather, bright sunshine, and those were the conditions that she needed to bloom, to move into full growth. She didn't have to effort, she didn't have to force it, she just had to wait for the conditions to be right. And there was absolutely nothing she could do to make that happen any sooner than it did. So I started reflecting on all of the projects I'm working on and all of the goals I'm working towards, and really getting curious about if I'm over-efforting, if there is action I can take, or if the action that I need to take in practice is sitting still and being patient and waiting for the unseen conditions to snap into place, to work with me and for me to move whatever it is I'm holding forward. We're going to talk a lot about this in the next couple of videos. So if this is all feeling a little woo-woo or unclear, stick with me and we're going to unpack this together. But today, what I really want you to do is to self-reflect on where you might be over-efforting in your business right now. Where do you feel an internal sense of resistance, of force, of struggle, like you're fighting for something to be real and true when it's just not here yet? And how does it feel in your body when you name that and give yourself permission to sit in patience, trusting that the conditions are going to change, and it will get to the point where the conditions support you in taking your next steps so that you don't feel like you are climbing uphill every single day you open your computer to get to work. Okay, that's your question this week. Where might you need to practice patience? Take a note from this beautiful tree. So grateful for the lesson that I learned from this tree this week. And I'm very excited to see you again next week, where we're going to talk about how to take action when we're in a place of patience, because I think often we conflate patience with passivity, and those two things aren't really the same. So stay tuned. We are going to talk lots more in the coming weeks about patience and action taking and how to stay in alignment when things aren't moving at the speed of late stage capitalism, which actually is exactly what we want. We want to slow things down and bring our businesses back to the speed of nature. All right, I'm Megan Meganson. Thank you so much for coming outside with me today. Have a wonderful week.